Hey church family, I've got a question for you, and my question is, who was your favorite teacher? Was it an elementary teacher who was cheerful and creative? Or maybe for you it was a middle school teacher who helped you navigate the awkwardness of adolescence? Or maybe a college professor who challenged you to reach your full potential? Of all the amazing teachers in your past, I bet you didn't stop to consider the one teacher that may have shaped your life more than any other. The teacher I'm referring to is suffering. Suffering has been called the teacher that no one wants. Yet it's in the classroom of suffering that we often learn lessons that we can't find anywhere else. Elisabeth Elliot, whose missionary husband was murdered by the Huarani people of Ecuador, writes, "The deepest things that I've learned in my own life have come from the deepest suffering. And out of the deepest waters and hottest fires have come the deepest things I know about God." While there's no guarantee that we'll have the same deep experiences through our suffering that Elisabeth Elliot had, her words show us that it's possible for suffering to teach us a great deal. It really does come down to how we respond. So here's a question for you to consider. When it comes to the suffering that you'll experience in your life, will that suffering make you better or bitter? Will it drive you toward the Lord, or will it drive you away from Him? In Psalm 119, we meet a man who learned a lot in the school of suffering. Reflecting on his own suffering, the writer tells of how evil people try to drag me into sin. He says that arrogant people smear me with lies. But after having come through that experience and emerging on the other side, the writer shared, "My suffering was good for me, for it taught me to pay attention to your decrees." The writer shares his gratitude for what the Lord had taught him during his terrible circumstances. He realizes that what he gained through suffering is worth far more than what it took from him. As you read through that psalm, you'll find three of the things he gained, and they were a greater closeness with the Lord. The writer tells us, "I used to wander off until you disciplined me, but now I closely follow your word. You are good and do only good." Something else he gained was a greater willingness to obey. Though surrounded by people that spurn the law of the Lord, the psalmist finds true delight in obeying God's commandments with all his heart. Something else he gained was a greater appreciation for God's word. The psalmist tells us that the suffering he went through opened his eyes to the beautiful riches in God's word. He says, "Your instructions are more valuable to me than millions in gold and silver." Now, did the things that the psalmist learned happen automatically, without any effort on his part? No, and they won't for you and me either. But if we remain teachable, if we're always listening to the heart of God, and if we're remembering that Jesus himself is with us even in the hardest seasons of life, we'll one day look back and be amazed at what we learned. I pray that the next time you're a student in the classroom of suffering, you'd ask the Lord for the comfort to carry on, the strength to endure, and an openness to learn what He wants to teach you. Amen.